Hello, thank you so much for volunteering this Sunday in the kids ministry in the kindergarten through 5th grade classrooms. I'm going to do a quick lesson walkthrough so you know what to expect this Sunday when you come in. First thing when you come in is to set out the centers for the kids, and you can either let them choose or you can set them out one center per table, and then the kids choose a table to be at. They should not move chairs between tables. Once a table is full, that center is closed. Once that is done, you can also turn music onto the Bluetooth speaker, connect it with your phone to the YouTube playlist that I send you, or you can use just the CD player with the VBS CDs that are available. Once that is done, also as kids begin arriving, you're going to want to take attendance. So this is the white binder that is on the white bookcase near the front door. As kids arrive, you are going to mark off their names with a check mark. I'll cover names there. So as you see names and then there's a date, you're just going to check it with a black pen that they have arrived. When they leave at the end, you're going to use the orange highlighter to just highlight over top of that black check mark so that we know that everyone has been picked up by the adult that has their sticker at the end. We are collecting stickers to make a giant sticker ball. I have it on top of the bookcase. You can kind of see it up there. I'll move it onto the white bookcase for Sunday, but for right now it is up there so that it doesn't accidentally get thrown away. But so this is our way of tracking who is here so that if we ever have a fire drill or anything of that nature where we need to leave and take attendance, we have attendance marked in here. Now, students will do those centers until around 10:10, and at that point, you're going to want to tell the kids it is time to clean up. They'll have about 5 minutes to clean the floor and around their table in case if their center parts have ended up places other than the table. At 10:15, have one person from each table return the center over to the white bookcase, which is right there. So they're going to return the centers to where they were originally. And we're going to line up the 3rd through 5th grade students at the partition and have them walk over to their side of the classroom. Both classes do the same activities at the beginning of when they switch before they start doing differentiated things. So the first thing they're going to do is they are going to have a memory verse time. If you are in K through 2, there are some blank lines. If you are in 3rd through 5th grade, there is nothing but blank lines. And so in both groups, they want to work together to fill in the blank spots to finish out the memory verse for this month. Because we are on week 3, what is left is Ephesians 3:4. And so you're going to have them write that on those blank lines, and they're just going to practice reading that memory verse out loud together multiple times in different ways. You can have a teacher lead and echo read it all together, let one student come up and lead the group. Just as many different ways as you can think of so that they really are practicing that verse for Memory Verse Sunday. And then you'll have a large Sharpie on your material box so that you can have them fill in the lines with the missing words with that. One thing that I love to do is the students all want to help, and so to help everyone feel involved, whoever is writing, we have the rest of the class spell the word for them so that there's less pressure on them to get the word spelled correctly and also for everyone to feel like they have kind of a part in it. Now, the next thing we do is prayer requests. Each classroom does have their own prayer request book, and so I ask that you date it and write down the prayer requests so that we can track them. So if there's anything major going on in anyone's family, and we see that in prayer requests, we can kind of follow up with families, see if there's anything we can do to support them or pray for them. And so we do that, and then we follow that with doing the Lord's Prayer together. It is posted in both classrooms in case that there are any students that don't have it memorized yet. If you are in K through 2, it is on this door. If you are in 3rd through 5th, it is on the dry erase board on a blue poster. Now, the next thing that we do together is the Bible story. This is a little different this month because we are following the VBS curriculum, which does not match up exactly with our Bible storybook. So this week, they are doing the parable of the Good Samaritan. And since it is not in our Bible storybook, we are just using the Bible where it is located in the Gospels, to match up with where they are studying it in VBS. So for us, that is Luke 10:25 through 37. If you are in K through 2, what I recommend doing is making sure everyone has a Bible, which hopefully they bring their own, but if not, you can pass out some copies that are on the material cart. If there's not enough, they can pair up to look up where that verse is at, and they can follow along while you read it out loud to them. If you're in 3rd through 5th grade, same process. Everyone should have a Bible. You have extra copies on the green and white storage cart at the front of that classroom, and there should be more than enough for everyone to have their own to look up Luke 10. And I would recommend that they read it before the teacher reads it. They can partner up or go in groups of 3 to practice reading that together before it is read to them. Following the reading of the story, we have just a few questions to go along with it. This is just a jumping off point. You are welcome to only use these, or if you want to, you can build upon this and ask other questions. This is a great opportunity where if one of the students gives an answer, that is a really great talking point to continue the conversation and just bring more to the questions. At this point, this is where we begin differentiating between the two classrooms. If you're in K through 2, you have a craft. The students will need their material boxes, which those are located here on this green table here. They are numbered by table. So I would recommend sending one student from each table over to get their cup of crayons and the material box that has all the other things that they would need for this. This is what the craft looks like right here. There's a direction sheet here so that you can see the directions, and as well as like a small version of what it looks like. And this is the actual page. So what I would recommend that they do is that they color first. They color the man who was injured, and they also color the picture with the verse on it. Cut both out. Glue this to the back of the man and write their name on it, and then they can use the first aid tape to kind of help him heal. There are 2 rolls of this in the material box, so the 2 people that are teaching in this classroom will need to kind of walk around and give students tape as needed. But that is the craft for the K through 2 group. Now, if you're in the 3rd through 5th grade classroom, you have an object lesson this week. So one thing that everyone will be working on together. You're going to have a young plant. I have a small flower that is in its original packaging. It's very small. So you have that and a plant and some soil that you'll be using to complete this activity. This is the pot you'll be moving it to. It's much larger than the container that the plant is currently in. So you're going to follow the directions that are in there. But basically, you're going to be looking for volunteers to help you move the small plant into the bigger pot, which is going to require that they get their hands dirty. And that is kind of the lesson behind this, is sometimes helping, showing kindness requires getting our hands dirty. So you can actually use the exact words that are in here, or if you pre-read them, you can paraphrase. But this is just to kind of use that object to teach a bigger lesson about getting your hands dirty to help someone else. This activity might be a little messy, so you might want to take them outside to do it. If you do it inside, please try to do it in a way that does not get soil in the carpet. And then afterwards, each student can partner up or work in groups of 3 to list out ways that they could show compassion. This could be students at church, or their kids at church, maybe some of our families that come through our food pantry, maybe friends at school, just have them come up with different ideas together and then share as a group to kind of discuss ways to show kindness and compassion to others. If there is extra time following the craft in the K through 2 room and the object lesson in the 3rd through 5th grade room, they can do more center activities, play 4 corners, charades, or a game of your choice. Once parents begin arriving, it's the same as usual. We're going to collect their sticker and attach it to the sticker ball. We're going to try and get that as big as we can, and we're going to highlight the student names on the attendance sheet with that orange highlighter so that we know that they were picked up. And the big thing that we are still working on is that students do not come over to the door until their parent or adult has arrived to pick them up. If they come over to the door beforehand, take the time to stop and have them leave the door area. We're getting really, really good at this, and I feel like the more consistent we are with it, the better it's going to get, and I think we are in a really good spot now, so hopefully they won't be running up to the door. But I think that is it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. And I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for serving this Sunday, and we can't wait to see you in Kids Ministry on Sunday.